Have you ever noticed that the moment your progress becomes harder to see, your motivation starts disappearing too? Most people assume that means they are becoming lazy, inconsistent, or less committed. But the real problem may be far more personal. You may not be chasing progress anymore. You may be chasing proof that you matter. At first, every new habit feels powerful. Every milestone makes you feel disciplined, capable, and valuable. But when the results slow down, the emotional reward disappears. Suddenly, the same goals that once energized you begin to feel exhausting. In this video, you'll discover why motivation collapses when achievement becomes tied to your identity, why invisible progress can feel like failure, and how to keep growing without needing every result to validate your worth. Because real freedom begins when improvement stops being a test of whether you are enough and becomes something you choose, not to prove your value, but because you already know it. Think about the last time you felt truly motivated. Maybe you had just started working out again. Maybe you created a new routine, began learning a skill, or finally committed to a goal you had been avoiding. For the first few days, everything felt different. You woke up with more energy. You checked tasks off your list. You could see yourself becoming someone stronger, more disciplined, more capable. And every small win seemed to say the same thing. See, you're finally getting your life together. That feeling can be powerful. But then, progress slows down. The weight stops changing. The numbers stop improving. The compliments disappear. The habit begins to feel ordinary. And suddenly, the motivation that once felt so strong is gone. If you've experienced that, you may have blamed yourself. You may have thought, why can't I stay consistent? Why do I always lose momentum? Why am I only motivated in the beginning? But perhaps your motivation didn't disappear because you stopped caring about the goal. Perhaps it disappeared because the goal stopped giving you emotional proof. Proof that you were productive. Proof that you were improving. Proof that you were becoming someone worthy of respect. Without realizing it, personal growth can become more than something you do. It can become the way you decide how much you matter. On a productive day, you feel proud of yourself. On an unproductive day, you feel disappointed in who you are. When the results are visible, you feel confident. When nothing seems to be changing, you begin questioning your value. That makes every goal emotionally heavy. Imagine carrying a mirror everywhere you go. Instead of simply taking action, you keep checking the mirror for evidence that you are becoming good enough. Did I achieve enough today? Am I ahead of where I was last month? Would other people be impressed by this? Every task becomes a judgment, every slow season becomes a threat, and every setback feels personal. That is why invisible progress can feel so painful. You may still be learning patience, building resilience, becoming more honest with yourself. But because those changes cannot always be measured, your mind treats them as if they do not count. Here is the perspective that changes everything. Progress was never supposed to prove your worth. It was supposed to support your life. The habit does not make you valuable. The promotion does not make you enough. The transformation does not give you permission to respect yourself. Those things can improve your circumstances, but they cannot create the worth you were already trying to find inside them. So the next time your progress feels invisible, pause before you quit. Ask yourself one simple question. If no one could see this, would it still matter to me? That question separates growth from performance. It helps you notice whether you are moving toward a life you genuinely want or simply trying to earn a better opinion of yourself. At first, the answer may feel uncomfortable, but it also creates relief, because once progress no longer has to prove that you matter, a slow day stops feeling like a verdict. It becomes just another day. And that freedom leads to the deeper question. How do you keep growing when achievement is no longer the thing holding your identity together? The answer is not to stop caring about progress. It is to stop using progress as evidence that you deserve to feel good about yourself. That distinction may seem small, but it changes the emotional weight of everything you do. When achievement is tied to your worth, every goal becomes a test. A good day means you are doing well. A bad day means something is wrong with you. A breakthrough feels like validation. A setback feels like exposure. You are no longer simply building a habit, you are constantly waiting for the habit to tell you who you are. That is exhausting, because no goal can carry that responsibility forever. Eventually, every exciting routine becomes normal. Every visible improvement becomes familiar. Every compliment fades. And when the emotional reward disappears, you begin searching for a new goal that can make you feel valuable again. A harder challenge, a better routine, a bigger transformation. For a while, the new goal works. Then the same emptiness returns. This is why some people are always improving but never feel secure. They keep moving forward, yet the finish line keeps moving with them. Imagine trying to fill a cup with a hole in the bottom. You can pour in achievement, praise, discipline, and results. For a moment, the cup looks full, but nothing stays. The problem is not that you need to pour faster. The problem is expecting achievement to hold something it was never designed to hold. Your goals can give you direction. They cannot give you permanent permission to matter. So, how do you keep growing without turning every step into self-proof? Start by changing the question behind your actions. Instead of asking, "What will this achievement say about me?" ask, "What kind of life will this action support?" The difference is powerful. You exercise because you want more energy, not because missing a workout makes you weak. You work on your craft because creating matters to you, not because every result must prove you are talented. You rest because your life needs recovery, not because you have finally earned the right to stop. That is what growth looks like when it is no longer built on fear. Here is one small practice you can use today. At the end of the day, choose one action you are proud of that no one else saw. Maybe you returned to a task after getting distracted. Maybe you paused instead of reacting. Maybe you showed up when the result was uncertain. Do not measure it by how impressive it looks. Measure it by whether it reflected the person you want to be. This teaches your mind to notice character instead of applause, direction instead of speed, commitment instead of constant proof. At first, progress may feel quieter. You may miss the emotional high of dramatic change. But something more stable begins to take its place: self-trust. You learn that you can keep going even when the numbers do not change. You can respect yourself even during slow seasons. You can take action without demanding that every effort return a reward. That is when motivation becomes less fragile, because now your identity is no longer waiting at the finish line. You are not growing to become worthy. You are growing from the belief that your life is already worth caring for. And once that belief becomes stronger than the need to prove yourself, progress stops feeling like pressure. It starts feeling like freedom. Think back to the moment your motivation started fading. Maybe nothing was actually wrong. Maybe your progress simply stopped giving you the reassurance it once did. That does not mean you became lazy. It may mean you were asking achievement to carry the weight of your identity. But your worth was never supposed to rise and fall with your results. You can still want more for your life. You can still pursue difficult goals. You can still care deeply about growth. The difference is that progress no longer has to prove that you matter. A slow season is not a failure. An invisible effort is not wasted. And a day without achievement does not erase who you are. When you stop treating every goal like a verdict, something inside you begins to relax. You become free to learn without performing, to rest without guilt, to continue without applause. If this video helped you recognize something in your own life, share your experience in the comments. Someone else may need to hear that they are not the only one who feels exhausted by constantly trying to prove themselves. And if you want more videos about identity, motivation, and the hidden patterns behind personal growth, consider subscribing. Because the next step is not learning how to achieve more. It is learning how to keep growing without losing yourself in the process.